Hi everybody, my name is Jay Sate from Kcat TV, and today we're going to make a slide for the Kcat Community Billboard slideshow using the provided Photoshop template. So what you see here is a couple years old, but it's a slide made with the exact same template, this time for the Los Gatos High School winter concerts. You can see that it's very clear kind of hierarchy of information. You've got your title text, then locations and schedules, and everything's very nicely set. So we're going to quickly jump out of the finished one and jump right into Photoshop. This will be the template pretty much as you receive it. It'll look a lot like this. You can see that the fonts should be correct. They're just medium Futura, kind of in style right now. Looks pretty good. In any case, so the different elements we'll see, I'll just go through the layer count here in Photoshop. Right now, there's keep text inside this border. This is something called a title safe. We've modified it slightly for this design, but basically this makes sure that your text won't be cut off by any TV that may have an overscan setting that would throw out all this extra information. So if you keep your text inside there, I'll make sure it will look good. We've got our Kcat logo on this side. That's just important for us, and it keeps a constant sort of brand across the whole thing. Now we got three text layers. We've got the organization or slide title right here. For this, I'm just going to be making one for Kcat ourselves. So Kcat TV 15, there we go. Los Gatos TV, exclamation point. Going to be enthusiastic. Just said that. Now you've got two different layers of body text. These ones, as you saw in the example template here, they can be interleaved. So we've got some larger, some smaller. We just have a tiny little note there at the bottom. We want to try to avoid that, but it is doable as long as you don't make it too microscopic. We are broadcasting only in standard definition for the slideshow, so we want to make sure that everything is reasonably legible. So right now, I'm just going to fill in the large body text with something. Slideshow needs slides. Email j@kcat.org to get the slide template. So that's a pretty nice, easy one. Hit the check mark again, confirm. Now, small body text, we're just going to add something here. It's easy to use. There's a handy video included as well. So there we go. That's our slide template content. You can pretty much sort this in any way you want, just as long as it's clear and easy to read. Then Kcat, you'll get the template with this nice orange kind of Kcat colored background, but I totally understand if you don't want that. So I prefer blue personally. So I'm just going to double click I'm going to double click the icon, and you get this color picker that comes up. Just go and select your color. I think that looks pretty good. And that's about it. There's one more great feature that we have. You can either leave this blank, or we've got a nice way that we can grab an image. So I'm going to open up, oh boy, all these Finder windows. Just going to open up right on my desktop. I've got lghs.jpg. Just drag it right in, and there we go. So it's loaded. I'm going to quickly frame it the way I want to. It's just a nice picture of the front of the school, and set it. So that doesn't really work. I'm going to make sure that, so right now, my image that I've just brought is right here, LGHS. So obviously that makes the text really hard to read because there's so much saturation. So if you drag it into this background photo here folder, it automatically applies a nice desaturation layer. I've just zoomed in to show it. So now the text is really easy to read. You can turn it off. That just shows the kind of contrast. It's really hard to read that. Now, super easy, and you can still see that it's LGHS looking good right in the background. So you just leave that on, and now it comes time to save it. You just scroll back up through your layers, turn off the title safe, and now File, Save As. I'm just going to save it right on my desktop, and I'm going to save it as LGHS, well, actually, Kcat finished slide. And I'm going to make sure that that's saved as a JPEG. That should be fine. Don't worry about these little warnings. Yeah, it'll be saved as a copy. We're fine. Hit save. You get this JPEG options. Jump up to about a quality 10. You can go a little larger, but honestly, at this resolution, it doesn't really matter that much. So you just say it's 10, make sure you're on baseline standard, matte is none, whatever, you're all set. Click OK, and it'll save out, and you're done. Now just go and run back to your desktop, and you should be able to find your slide. There it is, it's looking really good. There is a large border around it. Remember, that's because everything had to rest inside that title safe. That's fine. It looks weird right here, but on TV, it'll look a lot better. So once that's done, just email that slide to whoever you've been contacting at Kcat. Of course, my email is j@kcat.org if you have any questions. You can also email these to me, and I'll make sure they get onto the right person. But in any case, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Email me with any questions, and we're excited to see your content on Kcat.